it's not about other news eclipsing any other news. It's about reporting on both. Listen, Joe, you would agree, and I think people in Main Street agree, throw the book at anyone working with Russia to manipulate the election. I mean, Russia wants sanctions lifted. The average guy and gal out there, they get it. They get that Russia wants its compounds back. They get that Russia probably did meddle in the election. I mean, Russia's now accused of hacking a dozen nuclear power plants here in New York. That's wrong. Unacceptable. But, you know, the guy on the Main Street, like you, Joe, you get that, but you also get what the media is missing, the pain and suffering that they've been experiencing for the last 15, 20 years. Go ahead.
Well, let's go back to what you said initially. You know, when we talk about entitlements, congressmen actually are the worst when it comes to entitlements. So you put that loudspeaker on in the hallways, they'll turn a deaf ear to it because these guys are really suck the tit of society like nobody's business. When it comes to Russia, I almost didn't want to come on and talk about Russia because I don't know if to get angry or laugh about it. When SpongeBob SquarePants has better ratings than CNN, you know, what is it now? Is it the comedy network without the laughs? It's absolutely ridiculous when it comes to Russia. You know, Donald Trump actually, on JoeForAmerica.com, we just talked about that. Donald Trump got rid of 500 employees from the VA. He's trying to make a difference. Did mainstream media talk about that? No. You're not hearing anything about the accomplishments of President Donald Trump. They're just keep trying to drag him through the mud and bring up old news that has no difference. And when it comes to Russia, if it truly was an issue, conservatives would have jumped up already and got Donald Trump out of there. We would have done something because, you know, we're about as American as they come. It's the Democrats that have concluded with the Russians for the longest time. And there's actual facts there that CNN won't report on. You know, Hillary was cozied up to Putin. Obama, how many lines in the sand did Obama draw and actually never did anything? No, it's not the Republican part. Well, not the Republican part. It's not President Donald Trump. It's mainstream media in the House and Senate not doing a damn thing and kicking the can down the road. And it's something I've said for the last 8 years. It's something that's been said for the last 20 years. We actually got to get something done. We need to get a new tax code out there. And as far as Obamacare goes, listen, anyone who's built a house knows you have to have a good foundation. The problem is the Republicans are trying to slap trim on a bad house that was built on a bad foundation. What we need to do is let the private market take care of health care. Repeal it completely. Don't replace it.
Yeah, but I don't think we've ever had, Joe, we've never had a private market in health care. The government's half in with Medicaid and Medicare in the health care market. I don't think the media understands that, how manipulated the health care market is in and of itself. And now, Joe, we have the Democrat New York State Attorney General, Eric Schneiderman, threatening to sue the federal government if Republicans pass their version of Obamacare. Now, we've got, you know, Democrat state attorneys general really blocking President Trump, including on his refugee pause. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm okay with him trying to sue over repealing Obamacare because, quite frankly, the bill that they have out right now, I can't get behind it. Like I was just saying, it's just new trim slapped on an old building. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for the American people. I pay more, my neighbors pay more, and I got less and less health care. That's something that we've been talking about now for the last 3 or 4 years. Your premiums have doubled. It's getting worse every day. Republicans have had 8 years to sit there and think about this, and they're more busy trying to save their jobs and actually help the American working man, you know, the blue-collar guy. So, you know, listen, if roadblocks get thrown in the way, I'm okay with that until the Republican Party pulls their head out of their butt and actually gives us something that we can actually work with.
Joe, we love having you on the show. Come back soon.